Hi guys, the lady here. Right, so I'm starting this recipe a day early. It's not because it's complicated, it's because it just takes a little bit of time. So we'll be eating it tomorrow and I'll be finishing it off tomorrow, but I'm starting it this morning. And what it is, it's comfy chicken legs. Now I was thinking about doing comfy duck, but I couldn't find duck anywhere, and then I thought to myself, some people might not like duck. But you know, most meat eaters do like a little bit of chicken, and chicken legs can be a bit fibrous-y, so this way of cooking it is absolutely fantastic. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients. So the first thing I got was just some chicken legs from Aldi, and what we're going to do is we're going to salt it first. So I've got some sea salt there, and I've got a little bit of thyme and a couple of bay leaves out of the garden, but you don't need to use any herbs, or use any herbs that you want, or you can just salt them first. And then I'm going to be cooking it in a bit of duck fat. And the reason why I'm using that, because you can use lard, you can use butter, you can use whatever it is, oil, whatever you want. But I've got this in because I'll be using it at Christmas for my roast potatoes and for my roast veg. And with the drippings coming out of the chicken legs in that, it'll be absolutely gorgeous. So that will be getting used time and time again. So let's get on with it. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a couple of tablespoons of salt in the pestle and mortar. This will salt all of these chicken legs. Just get rid of that. I'm just going to rip up the bay leaves a little bit. And a bit of thyme. Like I say, you don't need to use herbs, I just think this gives it a lovely flavour. And I love thyme anyway, to be honest. That'll probably be about enough. I think I cut a bit too much off, but I'm sure it'll be used somewhere. Maybe it's just a little bit more. Right, so I'm just going to muddle these together. You can actually smell it already. Right, that'll do. It's as easy as that. And I'm just going to tidy up a bit here and we'll start on the chicken legs. Right, so see how many bits of chicken leg I have in here. 1, 2, 5. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim them down just a little bit. I'll get my other knife out, I think, sharper. And I'll put this in with when I'm cooking them as well. I'm just going to take that knuckle bit off. That little bit there. Right, so I'm just going to carry on doing all of these chicken legs and then I'll come back. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is salt this. So just some of your flavoured salt, or just salt on its own, whatever you want, just to draw out a little bit of the excess moisture. It gives a little bit of flavour, like sort of curing it, if you like. Then that just stays on the tray for about 4 hours. Put it into the fridge if you can fit it in there. It's not going to go off in 4 hours, not when it's this cold anyway. Let's just rub it in, make sure you get all of the salt, and this will just go all over. Right, and that's the first bit done. It's as easy as that. I'm just going to cling film it over, see if I can get it in the fridge. If I can't, then it'll just be on the side, like I say, for about 4 hours. Right, so that's been in the salt and herbs for about 4 hours now. As you can see, it's pulled out quite a bit of liquid. So the first thing I'm going to do is just wash that salt off. We don't want it salty. I have some kitchen mould there. Just quickly do that. So I've got the fat already started to melt, just so it's easier to submerge these. Pull that down a bit. And then that'll go into the oven on a low oven. I've got it set at 125, and these will be cooking in there for about 2 hours. I'll check it after then. If it needs a bit more cooking, it'll need a bit more cooking. And then what we do then, let's get rid of that water, is we just pull it out and we'll leave it in that fat overnight. This is the reason why I'm doing it today. If I get rid of that over here, as you can see there, it's started to melt down. I'm going to submerge them all into here. They should all come up the top by the time I get them all in. If I can get them all in, I'm sure I will. There you see, it's starting to come over the top already. Just squeeze that one in there. Right, so like I say, into the oven, about 2 hours. If anything changes in that, I'll bring you back. But if not, we'll see you tomorrow when it's time to cook this. Well, welcome back, guys. So, that's been in the fridge overnight. I've had it out for about 45 minutes just to bring it back up to room temperature. It looks horrible at the moment, I know. And what we're going to have with this is root vegetable mash. So I have some carrot and swede in the pan, which I've just boiled up with a little bit of salted water. Now, when I do this, I do the full swede and all the carrots. We're not going to eat all of this tonight, but I'll probably get about 3 or 4 portions into the freezer. So it's there ready for a Sunday lunch, midweek, whatever. So I'm just going to mash this up first and then we'll get on with the chicken. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Right, so I've just mashed the carrot and swede up. I use the potato masher. You can't put this through the ricer. It just sticks like you wouldn't believe. So I'm just going to get rid of that and get my wooden spoon. So in with that, you want a big knob of butter. And also, I cooked it with salt. So I'll taste it in a bit, but you definitely want some white pepper. And I'm so pleased I did start this yesterday, because bless, one of the lasses from work rang in sick today who works in the post room. So I got a phone call this morning saying, can you get into the office? So bless them, they paid for a taxi for us to get in there. So I had to do it, and I'm going to do the same tomorrow. So at least it's Ian's cookery time tomorrow. So that's it. I'm just going to give that a quick taste, see if it needs anything else. But as there, it does need salt and probably a little bit more pepper. A little bit of salt and a bit more white pepper. This needs filled up actually. I should get another one of them pepper pots, but they only sell them in salt and pepper. I'll put the black pepper in. So like I say, it's far too much for us for tonight. So I will, once that's cold, I'll put it into food bags. I think you've seen them before. I just flatten them out and just slide them in the freezer. And it's there. You've only cooked once then. So rather than, I mean, if I was using the swede and the carrots for a different recipe, then that's fair enough, but I wasn't. So the way I look at it is, if I'm going to have the gas on to cook, I might as well do the whole thing and freeze some. So I'm just going to put that to one side, and I'm going to get my big frying pan out to start off this chicken. Right, so I've got a little bit of heat on my massive frying pan. Put that there. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit, and we're going to get these in here. I've got a spoon just to get off the excess. Now don't forget, these chickens are all cooked. I was cooking for 2 hours yesterday, so really we're just warming them back up and crisping that skin. So I'm just going to get them, like I say, this fat, it'll go. I ended up, actually I have a confession, because there was 5, I ended up using 2 tubs of the duck fat and not just the one that I showed you. So I ended up using 2, but like I say, it's coming to Christmas. We will be using duck fat and everything at Christmas, so now it's got the lovely flavour. Now I'm cooking these all off again because I'm in the office tomorrow, so I might take this with a bit of salad for my lunch once it's all crispened up. But if you didn't want to eat them all, or you just had a small one, then that's great. However, if you wanted to, you could actually, because it's in fat, these are preserved now. As long as it wasn't sticking out like that, that one that was here. I don't know how that was like that, but anyway, it's preserved in this fat. So I'm just going to get as much of that off as we can. And the last one. And what I'll do is I'll warm this back up a little bit and get them back in the jars. So now it's not only duck fat, it's got the chicken juices and everything in there. It'll be absolutely amazing for your roast potatoes to go in with your stuffing and everything. Right, so I'm just going to get that on a low heat and bring that up. Warm up the chicken again, because obviously you don't want cold chicken unless it's going to be tomorrow and I want to have it in a salad. And then what we'll do is we'll crispen up the skin. So I'm going to put that back on the heat for about 10-15 minutes on this side, turn it over, and then once it's up to temperature, we'll turn the heat up and we'll crispen it all off. Right, so that's back into the jars. That one's full, and whatever comes off the chicken and is left over, sorry if you can hear the tap going, I've got the hot water going through that thing just to make sure. Put some hot soapy water just to clean it out. And whatever's left over from the chicken, once that's finished done, I'll finish that one off. So we'll just let the chicken get on with it, let it warm up, then we can warm the root vegetable mash back up, and then it's time to taste. Right, so I put them in the little oven for about 10 minutes just to warm them through, because it was taking ages in the frying pan. But then I just crisped them off like that. And I must admit, if you could smell what these smell like. So we'll have the root vegetable mash. Just going to plonk a bit of that in the middle. I haven't had time to make a gravy, guys, so I'm sorry about that. But I know it seems like this has took 2 days to do. However, it is worth it. And give Ian a couple of those on there, and I'll get mine after the taste testing time. So there you go, exactly the same recipe as if you're going to do confit duck. If you want to do confit duck, try it with the same method. If you don't, try it with a chicken because it is beautiful. So I'll now hand you over to Ian and he'll have the taste. Oh.
Yum yum, get in my belly. Right, taste testing time. Weapons of choice. Right, I'm looking forward to this. I don't think I've ever had confit chicken before. So, nice crispy skin. Look at that. Ooh. Gonna dig straight in. Ooh, that's just falling apart. That looks lush. It's hot. I can see the steam coming off it.
Yeah, I can see the steam coming off it actually.
Wow. That is velvety, velvety soft. The meat there. When you cook a chicken normally, I'm not saying it goes tough, but that's a totally different texture. It's so soft that. Tasty. Well seasoned as well, matey. Skin is. Gonna grab a bit with a bit of skin on, look. I like a bit of crispy skin. Not where it's been finished off in the pan.
That's because
It's lovely.
I salted them for 4 hours, so I took out the excess liquid.
Yeah.
And then put it in with the fat and cooked it for 2 hours, low and slow.
Yeah. It's really nice. That's all I know. It's really nice. I'm going to try some of the carrot and swede to go with it. Lovely. That goes really well with it. That's nice and soft as well. Absolutely delish. I'm going to sit down and enjoy that in peace in a second. I like that. That's worth giving it a go. Couldn't get the duck, could you?
No.
But again, chicken's a bit more accessible for everybody, isn't it? It's the same method, isn't it?
Exactly the same, yeah.
Same method if you was doing a confit duck.
Just if you were doing it in the fat, I would do the duck
Ducks.
for an hour longer.
Yeah.
I did that for 2 hours with the chicken. I would do it for 3 hours with duck.
Duck's a bit rich as well, isn't it?
Yeah, not a lot
It's
of
not.
people
It's
like it.
not to everybody's taste, but I like duck. My favourite is the duck pancakes. Oh, they're nice. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent there. Give that one a go, definitely. That is absolutely lush. Really, really nice. So again, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing and sharing. What have you hit today? Was it 20? You've hit
23. My goodness, I can't even
23,000 subscribers, man. That's
I've honestly
unbelievable.
blown my head today.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I went on my phone at lunchtime, because obviously I've been busy in the office. Went on my phone at lunchtime and actually hit 23,000 as I was on my phone.
Wowzers.
I couldn't believe it.
That's unbelievable.
So thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't even know how to thank you, to be honest. I just don't even know what to say because it's so amazing.
Before I forget, I'm going to say a quick hello to Anne, who jumped on my bus this evening, who is married to Andy, who works at B&M's.
Was one of our original...
He was the first person.
Yeah.
When we started doing it, who went, "Oh yeah, we'll watch your channel," and we was like, "Whoa!" But I've met Andy a couple of times, but that's the first time I've met Anne. So hello, Anne. It was nice to meet you.
I met Anne and Aldi a little bit after that. So hello, Anne. Hello, Andy. Thank you very much.
It was nice to finally meet you. So yeah, happy days. So once again, yeah, we will end this video for now. Thanks again for watching and everything else. It's really, really, really appreciated. We thank you all for it from the bottom of our hearts, for both of us, both of our channels. So we'll catch you guys very, very soon, my time tomorrow, with something a little bit different, not recipe wise, but yeah. So we'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.
See you later, guys.
Bye for now.